Hello and welcome back to my channel. I know why are you here on this video. You're probably new to this game and you already died not only twice, but couple of times. So you're probably looking for some tips on how to get good on this game. Well, you found what you're looking for. Welcome to the Play Hard, Make It Harder, Get Better on Sekiro. Tip number 1. Use target lock. Target locking is one of the most basic control at the beginning of the game. Advantage of target locking is you can always hit the enemy accurately with your attacks. Not using target lock can cause your attacks to miss, or much worse, can cause you your death. Another advantage of target locking is you can death blow your enemies accurately and precisely. As for not target locking, you have a slight chance of missing your death blow because of the sudden camera movement. You'll feel it when you experience it, trust me. One more thing about target locking is you can easily block your enemy's attack because you're always facing towards them. If you don't lock on your enemy, there's a tendency that when you block and walk backwards at the same time, your character might turn its backs against your enemies and making your back exposed for an attack. Tip number 2. Make sure to level up remaining XP points before going to a big fight. If you're new to Souls game or From Software games, there's always a punishment on dying on these games. As for Sekiro, you lose XP points and money when you die. The trick here is to make sure you level up the remaining XP points if you think your next fight will be a tough one, or if you think you will die a lot. In this case, once the XP points become a skill point, it will not lose even you die couple of times. Tip number 3. Convert money into emblem and purses. As I mentioned earlier, money will be lost too when you die on this game. So the best way to save your money is to purchase spirit emblems in order to put your money into good use in case you die. Another thing is you can buy coin purses from the merchants. This item basically converts your money into a portable bank. So when the time comes that you need to purchase something like prayer bead or gold seed, you can just use the coin purse to gain again some money. Tip number 4. Unlock Breath of Life as soon as possible. Healing item on this game is very limited, and you're probably having a hard time dealing with enemies when you are low on health. The answer to your problem is the passive skill Breath of Life. This skill allows you to recover some health for every successful death blow. Even though this skill has a lot of prerequisite skills, trust me, it's worth it. Let me show you how it works. See that huge chunks of health I gain for each death blows? Amazing, isn't it? Tip number 5. Parry. If you're new to this game, you probably think that simply holding the block button will block all enemies' attacks. Well, you're right, but let me tell you that blocking and parrying is a completely different thing in this game. Holding block is just simply blocking your enemy's attack safely without ease, while parrying is constantly deflecting your enemy's attack by timingly pressing the block button against your enemy's attack, which can cause your enemy to break his posture. Yes, you can just stick to just holding the block button, but what if you encountered such a tough boss that requires parrying skill like my waifu Emma? And one more thing, I really have to admit it, parrying is the most satisfying thing you can ever do on this game. And I believe anyone who already finished this game will definitely agree. Tip number 6. Dodge. Dodging is another skill that you need to learn in order to get good on this game. Dodging allows you to get a free hit on your enemy without sacrificing your posture bar. Take note that dodging and jumping is totally different, where in jumping, there is a chance that you might fall on a cliff accidentally. When you master the arts of dodging, you can easily kill your enemy without getting hit like a true ninja. You can even kill bosses like a piece of cake when you master this technique. Sweet. Tip number 7. Mikiri Counter. Mikiri Counter is the one of the skill you can get early on the game. Actually, this can be the only skill that you need to unlock in order to finish this game. Mikiri can be used to counter thrust attack, which is usually a perilous unblockable attack. Perilous attack is a kind of attack that cannot be blocked, which is sometimes a thrust, sweep attack, or even a grab attack. Going back to Mikiri, to perform Mikiri counter, just simply press forward plus dodge to the enemy using thrust attack in order to counter it. I also think left or right plus dodge is also applicable, but the safest is forward plus dodge. Timing is very important on this skill. Try to perform Mikiri after the kanji or death sign appear or starts fading. Doing it too early or too late can put you in a really bad position, so make sure you practice it. Aside from parrying, this is the next satisfying skill on Sekiro. Performing Mikiri counters will make you feel a better Sekiro player and will boost some of your confidence. So get back to me and thank me once you feel that satisfaction. Mastering this technique can make some of the bosses your bitch. You can even kill the Nichiro way of Tomo with just using this counter. Poor little Jenny, hope your granddaddy loves you. Tip number 8. Control your attack. Sekiro is a game that requires intense focus. This is not just your typical hack and slash RPG game. This game requires a lot of timings and focus wherein defense is your absolute offense. What I mean on controlling your attack is avoid spamming the attack button, especially on tough fights, because enemy can punish you when you are over-attacking. To avoid punishment, try to do some counting on your attacks. You can try attack, attack, then block. Then if you feel that you can add some more attack, try to make it 1, 2, 3, then block, and so on and so forth. Remember, always prioritize your health because one attack from your enemy usually takes 1/8 or 1/4 of your health, or sometimes much even bigger, so don't be greedy. Tip number 9. Be a coward. Learning all these skills and tips doesn't guarantee that you will defeat all enemies with ease. There are some tough enemies you can kill by just hitting and running from it, especially with the speedy ninjas. You can also do this to the general mini bosses, which will become just a normal enemy on the latter part of the game. So don't be afraid to be a chicken. Hit them hard, but run harder. Last but not the least, tip number 10. Don't be a coward. Yes, it's right, that running like a chicken will let you defeat some of the enemies, but always remember,
hesitation is defeat.
You don't decide to play Sekiro to be a coward, right? You play it because you want some challenge and you want to be brave enough to finish it. So there's no room for being a chicken here because even the chicken here on Sekiro is strong enough to kill you. As for my final tip, be aggressive. Learn your enemy movesets, timings, and make them totally your bitch. Make them feel that you're the real boss in this game. And in the end, there's nothing much sweeter than a victory coming from your patience, practice, and hard work.
Sekiro.
Thanks for watching, and I hope this guide helps you to become a better Sekiro player. Just comment down below if you want to see some tips and tricks on how to defeat some of the Sekiro bosses. And make sure to subscribe and check my Sekiro gameplays to see how I die a lot and get better to finish this game. And always remember, hesitation is defeat. Oy! Oy! Wag kang mapapatay po! What the fuck? What the fuck? Putang ina mo! Ginichiro! Ayop ka!